Watching Kim Terrell Kearney bowl is almost like watching a symphony in motion. Her effortless delivery and calm demeanor combined to create an orchestra of movement that would carry her to an illustrious career. As a two-time collegiate All-American at San Jose State, she would announce her arrival to the Pro Tour by winning the 1989 Rookie of the Year award and cement her legacy by collecting 10 titles, including 3 majors as a professional.
She won in only her second year as a professional.
Opens up with a powerful strike on the right-hand lane, although
Kim's bowling career almost ended before it even began.
There was a guy in our youth program that came home one summer, and he was bowling at San Jose State, and he's like, college bowling is the greatest thing in the world. He convinced Sandy that, you know, it was kind of the route to go, and then I just sort of followed along. That summer I was going to transfer because they didn't have the major that I felt like I wanted to study, but I was still going down there in the summers to work with our head coach, and he kind of sat me down one day and he's like, I think that, you know, you could be better. Deciding
to stay at San Jose State, Kim would blossom into a 2-time All-American athlete.
I just got better, and, you know, my sophomore year was good, and, you know, I sort of fell in love with the success of it all. I wanted to be a great athlete. I was always fully invested in doing everything that I needed to do to succeed.
Kim would try out for Team USA in 1987, but failed to make the team. But in 1988, Kim would make the team and try for an opportunity to compete in the 1988 Olympics in Korea.
It was that amazing year that it was going to be an exhibition event in the Olympics, so we were going to go to Korea. Yeah, it fell flat on my face. The next year, I tried out for Team USA again, and I was alternate.
Her first brush with Team USA would teach her an important lesson about what it really takes to succeed.
It was a life lesson. Like, you can absolutely work your heart out, and sometimes it doesn't pan out. And then figuring out how to kind of pick yourself back up and move forward.
Her failures and successes with Team USA would send Kim's career in a new direction toward the PWBA Tour.
A friend of mine, she grabbed 5 players from, you know, just friends of ours that bowled in college. And we went to upstate New York and bowled these 2 big tournaments, the Lilac and the Western and Central. And I made like $7,000, $8,000 that weekend. We looked at each other, I'm like, hey, do you want to go out on tour? And I was like, I think it's enough for us to bowl the fall swing.
That fall would change Kim's life forever. Kim would put together an impressive, albeit short, inaugural season, earning her Rookie of the Year honors in 1989.
I wasn't even sure that this was going to be my career path. And so I made the show, and I remember when it was over, I was like, I want to do that again.
Kim would show the tour that her success wasn't just one note. In 1990, she won her first title, and then won her second title the very next week.
Kim, you make it 2 in a row. Very surprised.
Well, I'm kind of excited. I bowled pretty well this week and just
I was still that kid that was just like, I want to keep playing. I want to keep playing. I'm just going to figure out how to get to the pocket, and then if I have enough at the end, then I'll have the title. Kind of startling, right? The first 2, you win 2 in a row.
Kim would win 5 more titles over the next decade and prove to be one of the most consistent players on tour. Inspired by sports icon Billie Jean King, Kim would win the 2001 US Open. Along with the green jacket, Kim would take home the largest top prize in PWBA history.
3-time Robbie Award winner grabs the largest paycheck in women's bowling history.
Billie called me on the way home after I won, and she said, and I'll never, it was a message, but it said, congratulations on your first US Open title. And I remember thinking, my first?
In 2002, Kim would win her second major, the WIBC Queens.
At that point in my life, like, the Queens was the thing to win. Like, you get to wear the tiara and, you know, like all of that sort of cool stuff. Not that the green jacket isn't equally an awesome moment.
Billie Jean's words would seem almost prophetic when Kim Terrell Kearney won her final title as a pro, the 2008 US Open.
I had that sort of legendary match with me and Trisha to win the US Open. First time 2 African Americans bowled for a major title. It felt like this new life for women's bowling at that point.
Although her days on the PWBA Tour are over, she sees a bright future for the sport.
I don't think that we have as a sport anything like we have in college bowling. Teammates and friendships and learning life lessons and just figuring it all out together. That is what we're supposed to do here.